You know, there really is no harm in just asking. Really, there isn't any harm in asking. Just asking a question of any nature, whether it be a question about, hey, do you have a spare buck? Or, hey, I don't know what that is, do you? Or, hey, could you give me some help with something? All of these questions, there's no harm in asking them. Hey, do you want to go out on a date? You know, even that. People fear rejection. People fear the consequences of no. Which, I'm here to tell you, there really isn't any. It's all been played up by media and everything, that the fear of rejection and all of that stuff. But what is all of that? If you really break it down and think about it, let's say I went up and asked you, hey man, you got a spare $1? What's the worst you can do to me? Man, fuck off. Oh, well, okay man. And I move about my day. That's it. That's all that happened there. The end. Or if I ask a girl, let's say I'm talking to a girl in a bar, right? Hey, you actually want to go somewhere like my place? She can say no. She can say yes. She could. Or she could say, man, screw you, or whatever. The point is, the worst she does then is walk away. Then it's done. And if you're wondering why I'm even making this video, right? Oh, this is very obvious all, isn't it? You know, oh, you can just ask for stuff, right? Well, look at the channel name. Captain Obvious. And besides, this is not obvious to everyone. If you just get this and you understand, hey, you can just ask people for stuff and all of that, well, great. You're not the target of this video. There are many people out there who are afraid to ask. They're afraid of looking stupid. They're afraid of the consequences, the unknown consequences of rejection. They're afraid of ruining a friendship, or they're afraid of looking stupid and all of that sort of thing. And I'm here to tell you that none of those fears are truly valid. Let's say you like somebody, but you're just friends, right? You can ask them, do you want to date? You can. You can just ask them straight out. Don't make it awkward, you know, just ask. The worst they can say is no. And because you were upfront and honest about it, unless they're, you know, eccentric or different or whatever, people are unusual, people are unique. But for the most part, they're not going to be like, oh, it's weird now, I can't be your friend or anything like that people seem to imagine is the consequence of that. That doesn't generally happen. Hey, you want to go out? No, I'm cool. Alright, are we still friends? Yeah, sure. That's done then. The end. There's no hurt feelings, there's no unrequited love that is unexpressed and all of that stuff that builds up interesting stories but is not useful in real life. Just be upfront and honest, and often be upfront and honest with a question. You know, if you want something, ask. The worst that happens is no. And don't be presumptuous with your questions. Don't ask a guy who's hard up on money really bad, does he have a spare buck? That's not right. You know he's hard up. Don't ask a guy who's going through a serious time in his own life, hey, can you help me move? He's got his issues to worry about already. Leave him alone. But as long as you use your head and you don't ask the questions to manipulate, or you don't ask the questions of people who obviously can't give the answers, then just ask. Really, just ask. The worst that happens is you get a no, an I don't know, or a screw off. And none of these things hurt you in reality. Just something to think about.